Good evening, guys. Gene the Groomer here. Just wanted to make a quick recommendation for a book. It's called Zero Limits by Joe Vitale, and it's about a Hawaiian system called Ho'oponopono, and the word literally translates into to make correct or to make right. and basically, the fascinating thing about this book is about this. It's about this doctor named Dr. Hugh Lin, I think. This doctor worked at the Hawaiian State Hospital in the psychotic ward. These people were killers, murderers, rapists. I mean, the worst of the worst kind of people in this ward in this hospital in Hawaii. And Dr. Hugh Lin was brought in basically because everybody else quit and the staff were going crazy. The high turnover was just crazy because the prisoners, I mean not the prisoners, the patients, the mentally ill patients were attacking the staff. And so Dr. Hugh Lin cured this entire ward and they actually closed down that section because there was no more patients. And he did it without ever actually, meeting a single one of them. He never actually stepped foot in the same room as any of the patients, and yet he was able to, miraculously cure everyone. And even the staff were reported to that they never felt so fulfilled and happy in their whole life. And he was able to do this without ever meeting a single one of them, without ever sitting down and doing any kind of traditional, therapy like we would think. Basically, all he did was cleanse himself, and he told himself, "What is it in me that caused this experience to happen? To what in me has attracted this experience? Why have I created this experience for myself?" And he would clean himself. And the best, I guess, the way I can simplify it in my mind to understand it is if we were all in a fish tank together, and it gets muddy and dirty. If there was a way for, let's say there's like a type of fish that could kind of clean the water around itself, by cleaning the water around itself and constantly doing it all throughout the tank, he would basically make a clean tank for all the rest of the fish. I don't know, but anyways, if you have a moment, and if you can download the book and listen to it, but Zero Limits, it's really a fascinating book. And for me, it just the way I use it for grooming when I groom dogs is I realize that it's nothing outside of me that I need to worry about. When a dog is acting up, when a dog is being really, just aggressive or uncooperative or just bratty sometimes, I realize rather than try to change the dog, what is it in me that needs to change in order for this experience to change? Um, let's see here. Chance. Okay, well, it looked like I had a message, but anyways, but yeah, rather than try to change anyone else or try to change the situation, sounds like Scientology. Well, not to get weird. I don't think it's, I'm not trying to promote any kind of weird, spirituality or anything, but I think it's just an interesting concept. And I can't explain it really because how do you explain doctor, this is documented, healing mentally ill patients that were physically violent. How does he, create that kind of change in somebody without ever sitting down and talking to them? Just by so basically he would sit down and read their files, and as he would read the terrible things that they did, he would constantly tell himself, "I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you." And those are the four things that they repeat in that Ho'oponopono. Sounds interesting, Dad. Ava, thank you so much for watching, Ava. My number one fan, my daughter. But yeah, remember, Ava, it's nothing outside of ourselves. Rather than try to control other people or situations or circumstances. So weird. Jim, it was so cute. But rather than try to change other people or circumstances or how dogs are acting, even while we're grooming them, we should always just turn into ourselves and look within and what is it about me that's causing this to happen? And what is it that I can change within myself to change my experience? So hopefully that helps. I really recommend the book Zero Limits by Joe Vitale. And I'm gonna work out real quick and then get back home to my daughter. Bye, Ava. I'm gonna work out now.